versus the Rel, you have significantly less pressure in the 2v2, so you can just take the Karma and try and bully them out of lane. This is such a heavy harass lane, and honestly, I think this might be a bit of a fumble for BNK FairX because, you know, Yone
perhaps overused. And let's jump onto the Rift. Game number 1. Seen this one work out for the Yone, but not early on, as you already mentioned. So it looks like 2 pushing lanes for Kwangdong Freaks out of the gate, as is the Drift Rift as a possibility here, as Raptor is pretty deep in. And let's see who's going to be able to get the smite. It's going to be Cuz, locks that one down, as now Closer making his way in. Ulti going to come out, but they get the flash out of Cuz first.
He's not hitting those feathers consistently. He's not going to really have any option to sustain back up.
Yeah.
And you can see the health is just getting lower and lower.
Yeah, they've cleared out this wave, probably looking for a little bit of a back timing here. Andal wanting to stop that one. The back has been channeled. I think Duro should be able to get on in, and he is interrupted, but Henna isn't.
Does a lot of damage.
Yeah, it's pretty silly. Yeah.
Pretty crazy. I think the thing as well is, like, you know, a lot of comparisons have been drawn to Nico in terms of the team fight. Oh, actually, wait a second. We'll see. Andal might be in a bit of trouble here.
Yeah, Glacial Prison goes down. There's the grand entrance, and Andal's going to have to flash the Inspire for the extra movement speed as Leaper comes on over. But he is a long way away from safety. Duro and Raptor don't have a lot of damage, though, and that is going to be a Mantrid Inspire to come in. Closer ulting just to close the gap, and they are not done here. That's first blood, and it's even worse. The kill goes to Closer.
Closer making
the
sure
wave
he
is
gets...
going to crash. Raptor moving up, and that's why they feel a little bit safer in this instance, because holding on to that Gromp for the moment. They do have full information here as the snapback on the cube kind of working out as Bulldog. In position, Ward comes over as Duro looking for a bit of an entrance here as Cuz going down relatively low. Clear puts them in a circle with quickness. It comes down. Clear's going to have to exit, but he bounces away from the fight. Bulldog in trouble. Permafrost comes in, but they can't close the gap. The flash over, and Clear is going to get the kill, but it's traded immediately back. Dudu is a monster. The turret, not enough to kill him, and now Closer. Can you actually even this one out? That's the question. As Duro, I don't think he's going to quite be able to get him here. There it is. The Battle Dance going to help out. The knockups everywhere, and Andal is once again in the wrong place.
Yeah, Closer.
BNK not going to be too upset about it either. Just because Clear was denied a back before that one. Grub's going down here as Glacial Prison goes in once again. Duro, that is a great knockup. The pullback from the ulti is in, but Closer just snaps his way out of it. There's going to be 4 Grubs picked up. Not wanting to mess with any more. They'll allow Kwangdong Freaks to have 2, but hitting that 4 mark certainly going to feel good.
Yeah, you can blame the Rune King. It felt like, you know, he was landing the CC in the last couple of fights, but the damage wasn't quite there yet. But this is a big spike for the Yone.
It really is. Leaper just protecting his control ward as True Shot Barrage doing a lot of work. Crowd going nuts at the same time as Raptor already got halfway through this Rift Herald. It feels like a bit of a leash, though, as now Dudu goes down so low. Closer still with his ultimate in hand, but that is just going to be Rift Herald secured by Kwangdong Freaks. Oh, Bulldog is inside the circle now. The pullback available for Clear, and the Speckle delivery. Closer gets another one, and Kwangdong Freaks, they notice it. It's a sacrifice from Duro, but he doesn't even need to go down. That's the pullback, though. And there goes the Sejuani. Andal looking for a little more as he gets a bit of damage onto Henna. So a 1-for-1 across the map.
Yeah, BNK FairX, I feel like their jungle bot duo just hanging around mid way too long after they lost the Herald. There was no reason to do so. And now losing mid tier 1 for it, a pretty big hit. You'll see the Yone trade back in the bot side, but I don't think this is a weird trade. Mid tier 1 so influential on the map, and also, oh, he gets the angle.
Oh, very clean drift work there from Cuz. Going to be able to help lock down the outer turret in top lane as well. So
stronger as the game goes on.
Yeah, Clear also able to clear out the wave beforehand. Andal comes down, checks in to see whether Raptor is possibly in the area. So they had an inkling that this was happening. Unfortunately, Bulldog just wasn't allowed to walk up there.
Benefit, so I like the decision just to hold on to it. Now, setting up for this dragon, remember Clear didn't have Malignant, so he's a long way away from ult, and they're going top instead.
Yeah, they just want to kill Bulldog again. The ulti's flash this time around as Closer gets himself out from underneath this inner turret. Raptor is still here, behind the dragon, just standing around. There is a mega blast cone that is going to get him to safety thanks to Andal's auto attack. An inner turret in trade for Soul Point for Chemtech Soul. Probably not too bad, as Closer is almost just dead to a True Shot Barrage that flew on through. That could actually get him local gold for this inner turret. With Closer moving in, if he can find a flank angle, if he can find any angle at all, it could be really scary, but Clear looking for that as well. Teleport to come in from Dudu. This might be an honest 5v5 between these teams. Henna is fighting just in that front line. Takes a fair bit of damage, is now clear, looking for Bulldog. Man, half health, just from a combo. Presses QE and he almost dies. Raptor tanking this one up. Quantum Freak not actually fully committing yet, but that is a Glacial Prison to come in. The quickness and Grand Entrance combo is massive, is clear. Gets on in there, looks for Andil, and just bounces his way out, and he's straight up dead. It is going to be the soul picked up for Kwandong as well. Cuz quick on that smite finger, and that works out beautifully. Dudu, the monster, he finds the wallop under two, and Kwandong Freaks have been saving up their power for this moment. They wipe B&K off the rift. LCK and Quantum Freaks just outthought them at every turn.
Yeah, and I'm going to say, you know, not to specifically hone in on one thing, but Henna on the Xayah not really able to follow up on a lot of these engages. Something like Azeri or Kai'Sa could help a lot more.
Glacial Prison, Andal I think he's dead, guys. Yeah, Raptor is going to be able to pick that one up. Baron was not taken.
Yeah, they didn't feel like
clear. He's on the top side dealing with this minion wave, and things are so incredibly dark.
I remember, this is not a Warmog's Rakan, so Juro is very squishy. He doesn't have the sustain. He's still low HP now. You see Kuz and Bulldog duo in this. Leaper and Andal move over, but it's going so fast. I'm not sure they'll even get there in time.
Yeah, where's the Scryers? Where's the option here as Nature's Grasp is going to be walked away from? Raptor looking for an option. He finds a Glacial Prison, and Clear gets into that back line. He bounces over. They take down Leaper, but they trade their Aurora for it. Can Closer actually find this team fight? Because Dudu says absolutely not. Clear's still trying to fight this, but his health bar's going down low, and Henna hasn't been touched. He's now going to find a couple of autos, but he just disintegrates. Please do something, Xayah! The Baron's stolen away beautifully. Cuz now getting to work on this Elder, and Dudu. Oh, this guy's Gnar has been just phenomenal. He's 2 versus 1 underneath the turret, though. Does he care? The answer's no! He'll just flash on top of him! Duro, a passenger, witnessing the demise of Clear.
And you know, we saw this matchup played, the Aurora versus the Gnar, and we have concerns in the draft.
Yeah. B&K, their road becomes so much harder if they lose this series, but even losing a game in the series means a lot.
Yeah, it can make such a difference when Quantum Freaks has the edge in game score, and they're trying to clear the wave, but their wave play isn't the best. Henna taking a ton of poke, walking up.
Yeah.
It's a rocket, fortunately, but it's getting so dangerous.
Yep, that one's going to land. Glacial Prison does come on through there as Leaper. He goes golden. He bought himself an arm guard. Still he's going to die. They've taken down the Corki as well. Dudu is a legitimate threat, though. He has the power of the dragon behind him. The wallop comes in. That's a very dead Aurora. And despite the fact that 2 of the carries were just eliminated, I think that Quantum Freaks are still just going to win this game unless Closer can do something absolutely miraculous. The superpowered minions coming in, Closer diving forward once more. But Raptor, I mean, there's a dragon that's going to get real angry with him very, very soon as Dudu goes down to hysterics. And the GA is procced here from Closer. He's still trying to work it out, still trying to figure it out, but the Dragon's Wrath will find him. And Raptor's going to go down, and of course, it's all about Dudu all the time. He doesn't have any minions, but he doesn't care. He goes Mega, and he'll destroy this Nexus.
Even with the Ezreal and Corki going down, Quantum Freaks still have that carry. They're not taking over the game against the broken Aurora pick. Whoa. That might just be them out of playoffs. It might really ruin their chances of making it. You can see Dudu, a lot of that damage picked up in the end. But yeah, I mean, the Xayah did 19.3k. We didn't really see it. We didn't really feel it.
I didn't notice it. I don't think it was all that consequential. I think that that is the first port of call in this draft. No more Xayah.
Notice have too much success recently. I feel like, you know, a lot of times he's just getting blown up in team fights and doesn't have the ability of a Rakan to sort of disengage from the situation. Not necessarily something we see them picking up every day.
Exactly. Let's jump into the rift. Game number 2. The volumes of B&K here today as far as the fandom is concerned. Everyone's sort of showing up to support them as they make their rise once again from their slump in the mid-season. River back coming through here as the ward goes down in the last second. Andal says, nah, no wards for you.
Yeah, bit of extra XP given over from that as well. Backfire quite heavily, so...
Yeah.
You know, B&K Ferex, we praised them for their team fighting. We praised them for all being on the same page when they're engaging. But I don't think their macro game has ever been...
Full clear at 3 minutes here for Cuz, as he's already behind the enemy turret, putting down some Qs, trying to land the slow. We'll be able to get that from the plant, but the Grasping Roots not going to connect. Let's see whether they can actually make something happen here as Duro lit on fire already. Leaper in a bit of trouble, but Duro's burning. He gets the shield, and that is going to be Comet to take him down. First blood goes to Cuz. Quandong Freaks once again off on the right foot. Bulldog saw him. We were a little bit concerned about whether he would be seen or not, but it looks like Raptor for Dragon going to be the trade once again.
Yeah, so looks like, I'm not sure Cuz will really move over to contest. Oh.
Yeah, I said Raptor for Dragon. Duro is going to have to get out of here. There's the burn, and Andil's going to get another one. And that's just in the plain 2v2 as, that is a long twisted advance as Raptor is going to be able to push Bulldog back now. Closer Valkyrieing forward. They want to try and find this one. Rockets flying down. Another one will connect, but Bulldog gets himself back far enough. No, zoned away from the cannon. Yeah. Beautiful timing from Cuz.
Yeah, -1 cannon. That's a tilter more than anything, and that's what you really need.
Oh, that's not a -1 cannon. That is a beautiful cannon take there, as Closer able to Valkyrie away from the dredge line that was coming in to try and punish it. Plant comes on through, and looks like Duro and Closer are going to be able to take that one down. Raptor flashing in immediately. The Stranglethorns goes down, though. Gets a nice double knock-up. The ulti comes in from Bulldog as well, and the rocket is going to miss. Oh, so close there for B&K. Still, they are still alive. Not going to get punished.
I think it's a decision you have to make.
Well, Henna's moving over. Wants to try and make use of those grubs that they did manage to pick up. Extendo Beam going to allow him to do that as Raptor is considering a dive as they get rid of Vision as well. Dudu just going to have to vacate the area. First turret blood does go over to Quandong Freaks, and Dudu eats the CC. Will not be able to keep his turret alive. They keep this investment of people towards this top side, though. This could be a lot of damage onto an inner turret at the same time. And Quandong Freaks, they know that. They're going to rotate Cuz and Andil over here. Andil actually thinking about a little bit of a wraparound to try and go for a counter engage. It's still going to be a man advantage for B&K, but Raptor might be caught out of position. That's a hook that's going to connect onto him. Stranglethorns goes down, the knockup avoided by the twisted advance and the Nature's Grasp. It comes out as well. A possible opportunity now for Henna, but the Grasping Roots is going to stop him in place.
So not the most impactful overall.
Yeah, we've had some pretty, it's kind of fizzed out, hasn't it?
Yeah.
The Soul situation. But that's okay, just honest game of League of Legends between two teams.
It's good for B&K FearX, second time in a row where they give over 2 dragons and get a good weak soul for the other side.
Well, there's an all-out once again as Clear is looking for that Mega. Now he finds it, the wallop connects onto the all-outed Kazante, and now Andil looking to come up and try and punish. Flash still available, Clear not going to be able to use it, throws the house at Dudu. Max range on the wallop, but he's still just dead because there's another Nautilus. And he is just going to go down. Nicely played here by the... You'd expect that we would say, because we were pretty critical of the Xayah last time around. As Quandong Freaks now looking for a bit of an engage, and that's a max range hook to come out from Andil, but Clear not too worried about it. They kind of like the fact that they started this fight, and there is another option here as Leaper going to get Extendo Beam. Stranglethorns now on cooldown as Bulldog in this bottom lane was split pushing Andil a little bit too far.
Well, the first tower, well, that really paid off. Now the tower, about low enough. Leaper's recall gets cancelled. He's a little bit more low mana, but there's a Honey Fruit. But that Herald should just kill that mid lane tier 1. Pretty big for B&K FearX to take that one. Oh, it's super close though. I think one base fire and you're good.
Yeah, Henna goes over, presses Q, gonna be able to grab that one. Drake being started up by Quandong Freaks. Rest of the map not necessarily in the right position for them though, as Clear is on Vision. Bulldog gets rid of him. And now the Nature's Grasp comes in. Andil in a little bit of trouble. The Flash Twisted Advance is going to connect. Bullet Time doing a lot of work because it's just going to be destroyed. There goes Andil as well. And Raptor, he's done his job. Gorgeously played. Still going to go down, but it doesn't seem to matter as Leaper in the alcove just trying to be avoided by the rest of B&K. Closer almost goes down as Dudu looks for him. That flash was so sexy from Closer. And now Clear just trying to get rid of this. Kazante, he cannot close the gap. It's the first time we've seen it, and Bulldog's even baited in. The Hyper Proc will get it, and Clear. Cool guys don't look at explosions. It's a double kill, and they wipe them off the map.
There's the behind right media.
I know.
I don't think we can compete.
And that's why you should never judge things you don't understand, because maybe you're just the idiot. You know? And that's why, actually no, we judge all the time. But still, maybe we should think twice before we do it. As now Henna has found Leaper. Bullet Time goes down. He gets himself a big old shield, and despite the Stranglethorns, he's still going to be able to grab the kill. Now both AD carries are dead. The Nature's Grasp, it flies forward. Andil's trying to get out of there, but Dudu's trying to get in there. And I don't think that was the right idea. Clear getting towards his Meganar, and I don't think that this fight is going to last any longer. A 2-for-1 trade, and Henna is angry after game 1.
See how much more confident he's looking on this Zeri, going for the aggressive play, takes out Leaper, probably dies. So
나 리퍼랑 1대1 할게.
ends up
리퍼랑
being a
1대1
trade.
할게.
And the big
가져와,
thing, he
가져와.
gets the
Yep.
Endo being
리퍼랑 1대1,
initially.
리퍼랑 1대1.
Like, we're gonna go kill it.
리퍼 잡았어, 리퍼 잡았어.
Yep. He's like, undead, but it's okay, win the fight.
It's about sending him a
잘
message.
가고, 잘 가고.
You see, BNK Ferrex toying with the idea of starting up this Baron. You know, Maokai peeling off Baron with the ult, definitely very powerful. He can also sustain quite well with his passive off it.
Yep, teleport in from closer. They know that there could be a potential fight here, but Bulldog doesn't have his teleport. He's in the bottom lane, and he's not going to be available for this team fight. This Baron is just gone. Nature's Grasp will say, no, you are not getting in here. And Dudu is once again overextended. He's going to try and get out, able to mitigate the CC. But now there's no frontline available for a potential team fight to come in. Hook is going to connect onto Henna. It's the perfect target. The ulti from Bulldog as he is going to rebind the soul. They take down 2 of the Barons, and Andal is even able to walk it off. How the heck did that happen?
Beautiful.
Absolutely not. Wallet going to connect here on the top side as Clear throws his ultimate in the wrong direction. But of course, Dudu able to dash his way out of it. Looked a little bit silly there, coming straight out of the replay as Nature's Grasp coming down once again. Leaper in trouble. The flash forward, the grand entrance, and Leaper should just be dead here. The burst fire does come on down. We'll see whether Bulldog can actually equalize the trade, but Henna is going to be able to flash away now. Dudu going all out once again, but Clear is just going to hop on over the top and picks up the kill. BNK back on track once again.
Even with a hiccup, they
Composition really has done wonders here.
shoring up the composition by not having Xayah.
Yes.
Beautiful.
Yeah, and also picking away all of the champions you lost to in game number 1 on the top side of the map. Worked very well, as now Nature's Grasp is going to fly on forward. Clear throwing houses around. There's the flash. No, the ulti from Bulldog does nothing. They take down the turret, and now they're looking to just say goodnight to game number 2. And this Saturday showdown might be going the distance. The ulti comes in from Henna. Their health bars aren't exactly the greatest, but look at Dudu. He is not really a full tank in this game, unfortunately, not when Closer has anything to say about it. They'll take down the inhibitor on the bottom side of the map, and maybe they can just push further forward for even more. Andal trying to hook his way in. The knock-up not going to connect there onto Dudu, as Bulldog going to have to go back to the unbound soul. I think they lose the Gnar. Maybe that is part of the reasoning here, but Quandong Freak's not fast enough on this take of the Baron as Duro gets in there. Yeah, the Make It Rain does come down. That is going to deny, but let's see whether Quandong Freaks can keep themselves in this game, whether they can pick up a soul as Nature's Grasp is looking to try and say no. The Stranglethorns comes down though as Raptor avoids the knockup once again. That is going to be the soul picked up, and the jungler is now dead, but Andal is going to go down as well. Dudu is taken from the fight as Henna, the ultimate's going to come through, but the knockup is immediate. The bullet time comes down, and the flash is going to be used just to get out of the way. Leaper is dead, and Cuz, the last man standing. And yes, you may have picked up a soul, but it's going to be traded for your Nexus.
It's a valiant effort from Quandong Freaks, but it's just not enough. The goal deficit too big. Closer way too strong. And it looks like we'll be getting the 3 gamers. Both teams not willing to give up on their playoff dreams now.
Exactly, and it's exactly what we wanted to see out of this Saturday showdown as well. 3 games, these 2 teams so tightly matched. And after what was a bit of a fumble in the draft, BNK just like, we can fix that. They sorted out like if it's part of the problem or just happens to happen every time, because we know that Nautilus does have its value. I think it hasn't been working.
Part of the problem is it gets mangled by a lot of the picks in the meta in the team fights, you know, like playing into Mao.
And we know that if Viego gets going, he can be a massive problem. And if you eliminate one target, which is exactly what Bulldog's task is going to be in this game, then so far in the LCK, let's jump into the Rift for Game 3 of our Saturday Showdown. We saw that. KT demonstrated that. Nongshim also jumping on board immediately afterwards. It was a day of upsets. We'll see what today is going to be, because regardless of the result, we'll be able to move towards the southern Rift scuttler. As checking in on the priority pick here, and Clear in a little bit of trouble. He might have to flash pretty early on. Does have a decent health bar, but avoids the stun, and is now just going to try and cook
from Bulldog when it was 100 farm down. It's not 100 farm down.
No, he definitely is not. As the back is coming on in, Ward goes down and is known here as Dudu. He wasn't shopping. He was actually looking to set up a fight as the equalizer goes through as well. Dudu could be in trouble. He dashes over the wall, and Clear not going to be following him this time around, because Gets information, and they do stop Dudu's back. That should mean that Grubs will go over here.
Now that they're posturing aggressively, the jungler isn't here.
Yeah, Duro is going to be at a grand exit. Henna's coming down as well. Bulldog dashing away from this one. That's an aggressive Valkyrie forward here from Closer. As into the mist goes Cuz, but Bulldog sort of left for the Wolves. Leaper moving up. And Raptor trying to get in position. The hook goes wide. So does the W grand entrance onto one. It's a good arcane shift to get out from Leaper. But this control of the Dragon area going over to B&K, despite the fact that they're the ones that managed to pick up the Grubs. The flash forward from Andal. He sees Raptor, and he puts down the Crescent Guard. Bulldog puts him into a circle, but he's the one that built it first. The knock-up's gorgeous. Cuz goes down, and the Dragon is going to get distracted. Andal falls. It's a disaster. The Kwandong Freaks are on the floor, and B&K are on the board.
They're wanting to start up this Dragon, but Raptor is coming, and he is strong.
Full vision available here as well. He might not make it in time. This Dragon is going down low, but Wind Becomes Lightning should be able to get him in here. There's the quickness, and he steals away the Dragon. The Heartbreaker comes in, but I think it's Kwandong Freaks that are going to be heartbroken at the end of this one. It's another kill for Henna. Andal absolutely nowhere to go, as at least Leaper will escape. Probably let us know that that one is worthy, as Kwandong Freak's not going to give up. Good sidestep on the stun there from Duro, but he's just going to turn it into their own engage. Andal is going to come out from the brush, though, and they do manage to possess him. Grand entrance is decent, as Cuz trying to get his way out. Raptor says, nah, buddy, you aren't going anywhere, as Bulldog is dancing around this circle. Dudu is teleported in, and he is gigantic. He's going to pick up two of them, and now Henna is just dashing for the hills. Raptor is still pretty huge. Bulldog not going to get hit by that equalizer. In fact, no one is at all. And this is jungler versus top lane, and Raptor kind of likes those odds. Clear is going to come in. He flashes to barbecue Dudu, and he's been silent.
Bulldogs is up soon, but he's getting burnt right now.
Yeah, he does skip across the Veil, but unfortunately not going to be able to save him from a bunch of harpoon damage, as Raptor doesn't find the Wind Becomes Lightning, but Andal doesn't find the hook. There's the re-engage with the Audacious Charge. Great knock-up does come on through, as Dudu's trying to do his best, but it just does not work. And remember, he has full magic resist. The magic damage is here in the bottom lane.
And he just gets shredded. You know, he's even picked up Negatron Cloak as well. He's full MR, and he's not the one laning against the Rumble. I feel like this lane assignment there, and they kind of just sit there, watch them take the Herald, and then get engaged on. Kwandong Freaks crumbling in this game 3.
They are falling apart before our very eyes as B&K. They are going to be able to take down this top lane outer turret. Some possession here of Shelly, who saves her health bar because it goes down just in the nick of time.
Kwandong Freaks are going towards Dragon. They're just they're losing. So this might be, I mean, it's definitely 2 towers, but they might get a 3rd tower charge. On the back of this is pretty low. Maybe Dudu can stop it.
Yeah, Dudu should be able to deal with it
but
here.
Still,
oh God, yep.
Of course it is. But it's not 2 dragons for...
Cuz could be in a lot of trouble here. Heartbreaks. There is a circle put down by Bulldog, but who is trapped in where with who? As Closer comes on over, and Bulldog absolutely nowhere to go. No options. They are able to split off because they want to kill Cuz as well. There's the flash forward. The grand entrance. Raptor looking for the Wind Becomes Lightning. He'll have to settle for Andal as a teleport is coming through. Dudu is going to turn up. But look, Raptor is able to just stand here and say, no, you can't engage onto me. I will kill you. And Henna is now in this fight. Dudu just has to try and get himself away. And some more cooldowns are there now. Decent Q3 going to come out from Dudu. But once again, Raptor is immortal. The Wind Becomes Lightning comes in. Leaper is just going to be a secondary effect to the battle that was happening.
Fight, but he's doing so much work.
Raptor is dead, everyone. Knocked up. There's even an equalizer there that's going to be put down. Henna picks up his 5th kill of the game. A circle does come on in. Henna is just trying to stand his ground. He survives for so long because it's going to go down before he can reset. Bulldog is, he's running. He's trying to go across the Veil, but I think he's going to join Sirius Black here.
Well, I feel like
B&K probably could have just taken it and won the game. Baron is going to spawn. Duro sort of just walking at them. And Raptor has a flank angle. The equalizer in the choke point is gorgeous as Bulldog is trying to bounce around, but Henna is just going to kill him. The job is for Bulldog to murder the AD carry, but instead, Bulldog is just going to be wiped out. Only Dudu left standing, and I think B&K are done with this game.
With 6 Grubs, Baron's up, but they don't care. They're just going to try and end the game now. Dudu, the only one alive, he's going to do his best to try and survive. There's no way against 5 you can save the game.
Nope, he's going to to try and waste as much time as possible, but that is all that's going to be. As Andal has respawned, this Nexus turret is not long for the world, though. The Grubs come down. Remember, there are 6 of those. The Void Mites really helping out here. Another minion wave comes in, and the Nexus is the next thing on the menu. Fearex, they're not wasting any time. They are going to take down Kwangdong Freaks and get one step closer towards the playoffs. Oh, Duro, you can see, really, really psyched about that one. And look at these damage numbers. Raptor only 600 behind a Rumble.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy. And against Cuz, you know, I will say Cuz has been the...
Thank you very much, guys. This is Jisun for the POG interview translation, and we are here joined by a closer and Raptor on the side of BNK Fearex. BNK Fearex secured a victory and increased their playoffs chances. Let's hear from the POG winners. So you just defeated a rival team competing for the same playoff spot. How do you feel about the win today? Today was a very, very, very important match. I couldn't even get sleep yesterday. I am so relieved that we managed to get a win. What about you, Raptor? Yeah, for the playoffs, you know, today was a very important day for us, and I'm so happy and relieved that we won. Closer, the match was highly anticipated due to both teams' strong recent performance, and the head-to-head record was pretty tight. How were you able to secure a win today? I think, you know, our team started to play even better as we head into round 2. Exactly like you mentioned, this match marks your 5th win in the second round. Your performance has been on a steep upward trajectory, so why do you think that triggered this much of an improvement? Pretty much because of our, you know, hard work, and also our teamwork has become a lot more smoother. In the first 2 games, we saw Yone Quirky matchup in mid, and you get to play both sides of it. Tell us about the mid lane matchup. I think it's a 50-50 matchup, to be honest. You know, it depends on, you know, the players' confidence and their proficiency on the picks, so I'm pretty confident on both sides. And Quirky, in fact, won all 3 games today. Is Quirky currently the top mid lane champion? I think so, because Quirky right now, his laning phase is really strong, and also his late game value is also very strong, so he's pretty strong right now. And then in the most important 3rd game, you left Aurora open, and Raptor, you played Xin Zhao, who hadn't appeared in the current patch so far. Xin Zhao is always one of my, you know, strong picks. I'm always very confident, and I thought, you know, getting that AD champion in the jungle role will round out our comp really well. And that pick turned out to be the most important kind of factor in that game. So let's take a look at this replay. You actually survived after all of those engages. So I was like, if they tried to jump on top of me, I was gonna go in for a fight, but I was not expecting myself to walk away alive like that, but I guess I got a little lucky. I also think he got very lucky over there. And today we had Prince in the audience, and also your ambassador, Sona Yu, a streamer in Korea, also came to support you. And Prince also told me he thinks the chances of us winning will be 63%. So he actually doesn't sugarcoat usually, so I believed in him, and I think we were able to get a win just like he said. So I want to say thank you to Prince. And we also have a very interesting record of BNK Fearex. You guys have never lost a single match in the Saturday Showdown matchup. You guys are the only LCK team to make it happen. How do you guys always perform so well under so much pressure? Because Saturday Showdown is always, you know, the important match, and we get to work even harder. And I guess our hard work and effort, you know, pays off. Yeah, most of the Saturday Showdowns are very important, so we get to focus up and prepare harder. Please give it up for the BNK players with their amazing victory today. So previous to today's series, your chances of making it into the playoffs are 48%, but now it has jumped up to 74%. Your next matches are up against Hana Life and T1. What are your resolutions as you aim 100% playoffs qualification? I want to say our team has been ramping up, so I hope we can stay strong and be confident up against the stronger teams as well. Indeed, our momentum is unstoppable right now, so I don't want us to get scared because we are going up against the stronger teams. I know that we're going to do a great job. And this will be the end of the interview from Raptor Closer on BNK FearX, and back to the space. Thank you.